Gold predictions for the week of December 14th to 19th. This is my third time recording it. It crashed. Quality's been terrible. Not loving this right now. All right. If you remember last week, I'm saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. All right. You guys don't know. Nobody knows that because it's not going to be released, but I'm recording it, so I've said the same thing 3 times. All right. Remember last week, a lot of emphasis on price rejecting off this zone and going down for this buy side liquidity. Price came in, rejected off that zone, took out this liquidity right here, and then shot back up. Now, me personally, I thought price was going to come down, take out at least this zones right here. It didn't. It looked at me and it said, not today. Not very nice. But we hit take profit 1. Yes. So that's okay. But let's forget about the past. Move on to the future. I'm going to start with the day. And we're going to mark out just daily liquidity. Possible daily liquidity zones. Clear one right here. Bam. We're looking for failed attempts with liquidity sitting underneath it. Like this right here. This right here, actually. Honestly, not a lot. Like, I don't think I know I marked out a lot more last time, but I also put a lot more effort into looking. But if you look right here, we still have the same liquidity zones right here. That obviously, if we come back down, that they're great targets. But in terms of recent targets, we got this one right here, struggles. All these get swept and then we go up. We go down, that's still a major target. But now if we go look up, because me personally, it's looking like we're going to be moving up. These are where I'm more concerned. Target. Oh, look at that. One actually got taken out. All right, this got taken out. Oh, see, this is what's interesting right here. You see, we take out this liquidity. It's not a major liquidity because it doesn't show up on the day, but on the hour, you could see that there was a liquidity right there. We take it off, and look at this candle right here. Dumps. It's just a clear rejection off of. It takes what it wants, and it goes down. It falls easily. We look at the hour. Leaves behind this beautiful fair value gap right here. Look at the difference between price action right here. Look, we're very close to the zone. We're very close to the zone on this candle. Look, goes down, but as soon as we sweep it, that's where the momentum comes. And look what happens. We go down and we take out this liquidity right here. I already know this because I've done this 3 times now. But there's the fair value gap on 4 hour. Bullish. I wouldn't have taken that trade just because we don't see a clear change of structure. But if you only looked at one time frame, it looks like a good trade on paper. But at the same time, look what happens as soon as we reject off of it. We get into this zone, we just die off. You have a resistance right above. You have a resistance above and underneath. And no liquidity. Like if you look at this zone right here, there's 3 points of liquidity that I'd be targeting on the top side. And all the liquidity that I'd be targeting on the downside's all the way down here. This week is not looking like a great trading week. I probably here, okay, I'll show you. Okay. The ideal trading markets look like this. So picture this is the daily time frame. Up, down, up, down, up. Like these are ideal markets. And the reason for that is if this is the day, say this is the hour. The hour is going to look like this. Right? If I'm looking for a buy right now and price is right here, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a sweep of the liquidity. Change of structure. Retracement. Extension long to where? To here. Like I know where my target is and I know where price needs to go before it makes the move I'm looking for. There's a lot of stuff I can work with. But if there's no liquidity, it's hard to dictate where price is going to go to where before it makes its move. And that's what we're trading in right now. Like when I look at this right here, Price needs to push through this big zone right here. Price needs to, it's first off, it's going to sweep some sort of liquidity, but that liquidity sweep is going to lead towards a big zone push. So we're either going to come back down, we're either going to sweep up to like come back down, but then we're trading through the zone, or we keep going up, but that's a lot of pressure to get through this zone, or we go down, retest this zone, and then go up. See, that actually, that's not a bad option. Price comes down and retest this zone, I would probably take that trade. But on one condition, my majority of my position would be fulfilled when if this doesn't get swept. So say it just goes like this, we just go right down, reject again. Any kind of buy side liquidity underneath this is going to be where a majority of my take profit's going to be. Just because I think it hasn't gotten enough fuel to go all the way up. It could, but I don't think it has. So this week, I'm probably not going to be taking any shorts this week just because we're so close. Well, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm not going to be looking to take any shorts because we're so close to this liquidity. Even if I see a big rejection down, to me, we're so close to that sell side liquidity that I don't think a short is the greatest idea. In an ideal world, I'll be looking for price to. In an ideal world, I'm looking for price to probably come down a little bit, and I'm going to be looking for buys. So if we're lucky, price comes down, we get some sort of fuel from these buy side sweeps, and then I'd be looking to take a long up towards these highs. Now this retracement could be as small as this or as big as this, but ideally that's what I'm gonna be looking for. If I see price do a strong bearish close underneath this zone, I might start to look for shorts down, but still my overall I'm gonna be looking for buys. Because I don't know, the reason why I'm also not looking to take trades right away from this zone is because we're so close to all-time highs. Now I don't like trading when price is close to all-time highs, just because there's not enough real data for me to work with. Like here, I'll show you an example. Say price is going like this. Bam, 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 bam. We switch. Bam, 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 bam. We're right here. I'm looking for buys. I think price is going to go up because we had our shift of structure. We're going up. When I enter my trade, where am I targeting? Well, I know there's liquidity sitting here, here, here. So I could set take profit 1 here, take profit 2 here. Like there's places where I know I can put my take profit. And that way when price goes up, it's going to here. When we're at all-time highs, price is going like this. Boom. This is where we are right now. Where am I targeting? There's no data for me to place a take profit off of. I'm stuck just guessing. Like anywhere where I put my take profit is just a guess on where I think it's going to go. It could go to 10,200 or it could go to 10,000. I have no idea because I don't have any past data. Even like if the past data is extremely old, right? Like we've seen, like this could be 10 years ago. And we're at recent all-time highs. Like we've swept over this liquidity right here, and there's no recent take profits for me to go. I can still look back far enough to be like, okay, maybe I'll place it right here. Maybe there's some liquidity sitting over here. There's something I can base my trade off of, like where I'm going to put my take profit. But when you're at all-time highs, you just have nothing. Like if we looked at, let's get rid of this. If we go back to the day, tell me where would I put my where would I put my take profit? Say we break above all-time highs. What am I gonna do? Close my eyes and throw a pin on the wall? I don't know. So I'm not a big fan of trading all-time highs. I'd like to see price retrace just because I do think we're going up, but I'd like to see price retrace enough where it gives me the opportunity to take a long. I'd like to see price retrace enough where it gives me the opportunity to take a long to all-time highs. Past all-time highs, I don't really know. Like I don't like to trade. I don't like to buy past all-time highs for trading at least. Maybe holdings different. Also, shorts are just kind of risky, right? Until you see a bearish change of structure, every short you take, you're just kind of guessing where the retracement ends. Not a big fan of that. So all-time highs are conditions that I do not like to trade in. In terms of this week, we're so close to these highs. I could very easily see price just doing this and taking them all out. Or I could see price. This is what I'd like to see. This is where I will be making my most aggressive trades, is if we see price retrace, ideally past the zone, just because I don't think there's a lot of liquidity lying in the zone. But if we see price retrace down, take out some liquidity, like if we see a wick under this without a close, you know I'm going to the moon. I'm gonna go say what's up to these aliens. Like I'm going all the way high and I'm trading back up to these all-time zones because I do think we're gonna take them out. But realistically, it's gonna be a pretty shitty market. I mean, a pretty bad week for gold, I think. I just think that if I trade anything, I'm gonna be very cautious with it. We could see some tough trade setups, but I think the overall picture of it is just choppy. I'm not a big fan of that. So, yeah.